I didn't do yesterday, so today is making it up. Um, yeah. Yesterday I didn't do it, which is actually a shame because I'm usually good at doing that. 1 second. Okay, I just had to check something. Okay. Um, yeah. Yesterday I didn't do it. I knew the reasons why I didn't do it yesterday, because I just didn't want to do it. So today I'm actually taking the time now to spend about an hour. Well, I'd like to do a little bit more than an hour, not just for the sake of doing an hour. I actually want to progress. See, that's the thing. Am I trying to get the most amount of time out of these sessions, or am I trying to achieve a particular goal? I want to say that it's actually a balance of both, like maybe 60-40 in one way or another. It's not just one, it's not just the other. I know how important it is for me to spend at least about an hour of programming at least 5 times a week. At least 5 times a week. And I also understand that while I'm doing that 1 hour, it's not just me spending my time in front of the computer. It's not just spending my time in front of talking. It's not just going on certain tangents. It's actually to achieve and progress. It's actually to learn something. If I can learn something, and that's something that I am learning, because I used to be. It's like this has to be the way that it is, and I'm learning how to like move the scale to be a bit more balanced. I was very straight and narrow going towards the goal, and if no other questions needed, just give me the orders, and this is the task, and if anything else changes, then it's wrong. So, and learning is also something where I didn't, maybe not achieving my goal is learning. Maybe I can learn something at the end of today. So, I've been so focused on trying to achieve a particular programming goal rather than learning goal. What am I learning with programming? So, man, that's a great question. I didn't even take that in consideration until I started talking. Talking to myself. Who am I talking about? I'm talking with you, person on the other side of this screen. Bytes of information. I don't know. So I need to make a note here because this is revolutionary. I can't believe I feel vulnerable right now sharing this type of information to other people. I really do. This is cause it's not mental. It's not conceptual. It's not whatever that word is, where it's just you're conceptualizing it mentally. It's not just mental. It's visceral. I'm feeling it. And it's something that, well, the changing process is also important. Yeah. I made a video earlier where, again, regardless of necessary politics, it's defeatism is actually, I would say. It's not regardless of the politics that were in play. The whole point that I harped on was something's happening, what can you do to make it better? Something's happening, what can you do to change? Change is not necessarily a good or bad thing in of itself. Change for the sake of change is not really moral. It's an activity. But if you are waiting for other people to change, then you're giving them the power over you because you are waiting for them to give you the permission. You're waiting for them to change before you go. So what if you go? What if you started to change? I'm not saying change is easy. I'm not saying change is fun. Not even saying change is exciting. Actually, I love to change when I feel it visceral like this. It really is. It's just so interesting. I'm excited on the inside. This is really cool. I'm getting giddy. It's like, wow. I've harped on it intellectually multiple times throughout this process for the past 3-4 weeks. But I didn't really get it. Again, I'm a kinesthetic learner. I keep saying that over and over, and it's very true. Is that I can perceive something perceptually. I can perceive, that's the word from earlier, I was trying to figure out. I can perceive something intellectually, I think, quite okay. I think more than the average Joe. Better than the average Joe. But I may not get it. Like, I can perceive it, your understanding. I can probably understand on an intellectual level. I can perceive it in here, but I may not get it until I can emotionally connect with it. So I've said it multiple times, is that maybe the whole point is that I need to learn how to change. I need to learn how to change. This whole process is for me to learn. The process of learning in and of itself. So the plan for today, first off, again, this is like, ooh, I'm feeling some hesitancy. I really am feeling that hesitancy to move forward because, I don't know, something's like blocking it. So, ooh, be gone, demons! It's scratching at me. Ah! It's like a little cat fight. Oh, cat fights are dangerous because, claws. If you're really, dogs bite. So it's like then you sniffs at one and then you're done. Cats, you can scratch and then keep scratching. It's like, dude, whoa, stop it. Okay, so write out the goal and plan for daily programming for the process of learning. Learning for the sake of learning is not necessarily a good thing. I can learn a multi-hued. I can learn a whole facets, multifaceted. I can learn a wide array of items. But if I can narrow it down of things that I don't want to learn, nor things that are uninteresting, what is it that I want to learn now, and what's the process of me learning? Gosh, man, I'm having such a cerebral moment. I'm having an out-of-body moment as of right now, because I'm communicating what's going on the inside, things that I haven't communicated for quite some time, or I've said it before, but now that was superficial. Now we're getting to the heart of it. Now we're actually digging down deep of what's inside my soul. It's like, wow, I didn't think it would get this dark. It's dark outside and I'm wearing white. That's pretty cool. I didn't plan on that, but it's dark out here and I'm white shirt. Okay. I think it's pretty cool. So learning for the sake of learning is not necessarily a good thing. What's the purpose of me learning? Learning to 1, express my thoughts and feelings aloud. That really is the reason, because I have found more personal growth with this process of problem solving via programming, because programming is an outlet for what's happening inside, just like martial arts. Martial arts is this is how you need to structure your... teeth. Man. They came down at like a different angle. Man. Again, a neuroassociation, Lincoln, weird feeling, tingly pain, connected with whatever thing that I'm learning. It's weird how that works. Really. It's like my body unconsciously wanted to shift the teeth because, oh no, we're doing something uncomfortable, so don't do that anymore. So, gotta find an escape hatch. Bam! Screw up the teeth. If I was not in this position explaining myself, I have punched my fan before. Really, and it's something that I haven't done. I haven't punched anything in a while, and a few days ago I punched it because I wasn't able to express what's going on the inside. There's so much going on the inside that this process of explaining is actually like a steam pot with a valve open, where if I'm not talking about what's going on in here, then I might be going like... So anything else might be like an orb. You touch it... like a bomb. You don't want to touch a bomb, but if you have like a little nozzle where it goes out, all the fire of this bomb will go out that way. And the more of that nozzle, the more that I'm talking, the more... That's not just talking, it's more of expressing. The more that I'm expressing, that nozzle starts to open up even more, and and it's a channeled energy rather than just an explosion. So maybe, again, understanding that activity, I think, is a really important... Wow! Oh man, I'm all itchy. I'm just itchy in 2 areas. Maybe that's my nervous system trying to act out in a certain way. Man, that's crazy. That is really crazy. Again, this has helped me more than anything else. This has helped me more than real estate. This has helped me more than trading. And again, I want to learn how to trade as well. But as of right now, problem solving via programming, I think, is one of the greatest opportunities for me to be... Because trading is very linear. There are a lot of ideas you can have, but in the spectrum of what programming can do, specifically programming, not just trading. You can trade with programming, but programming. There are multifacets. Again, I've said that multiple times. Multi-times. Of things that you can do. All you just need to do is have imagination and then application. What is it that I want? And then apply it. Actually, that goes with everything. If you want to create a car, again, what I just explained was like, oh, all these great things. If you want to build a car, all you have to do is just conceive it, and then perceive it, and then conceive it. So perceive it in your mind, and make it happen. You have to learn a few things along the way of making a car happen. And again, all those little tiny pieces. A 1970 car is going to be different than a 1980s car. A little slight different minutia. What's going to be legal on the road? A car built in 1970s may not be street worthy. You might have to update some things. But so it's so interesting. Yeah. Express my thoughts and feelings aloud. That's like the number one thing. 2, I do want to work towards trading. That's something that I want to do. Now, it's one of those things of, do I want to express it? Do I want to express that intimate feeling, that intimate goal for myself, from myself to myself, to another person, from me to you? I don't know how to describe that. A goal that I have. Do I want to express that and that be what I want to share? I would not want to be limited. Wow, this is radical. Oh, do people say radical anymore? This is insane. Oh, I'm having such a phenomenal time right now. I'm having my high, and eventually I'm going to have my lows, but again, this is amazing. I have not been able to experience this in quite some time. Not being able to open up and share it, and wow. You can open up and share with strangers? I know, right? Oh my gosh. And if people make fun of my emotions, isn't that, like, you can laugh at it, but if somebody's like, haha, you're having feelings in a public setting, it's like, wait, I thought we were trying to remove the stigma of men expressing their emotional selves in the public eyes. But shut up. It's like, dude, like, I am A-okay with, hey, toughen it up. I've held it in for years. I've hit my head on tables when I was 5 or 6. Not 5 or 6, probably like 8 or 9. When I was in elementary school. I don't know if it was in elementary school. Yeah, I don't know. I think like up to age of 8 or 10 or something. I hit my head on tables when I was younger because I didn't know how to confess. I did not know how to confess or express any interest that I had with talking to another student. So the only way that I knew how to get the attention from other people was to hit my head on tables, and I did that until I hit something that did not bounce. Until I hit a wall. I did it on walls until I hit like concrete. And then, I don't know, that might have messed me up somehow. And it's like, again, I've made a video earlier today that said, hey, bitch, whine, moan, and complain. It's okay to bitch, whine, moan, and complain. I bitch, moan, whine, and complain all the time. It's what I'm doing with it. It's how I respond to it. Am I bitch, whining, moaning, complaining about something? Okay, what am I doing with it? How am I responding to it? You can bitch, whine, moan, and complain. It's important to express yourself. But just to express yourself for the sake of expression, at times, is important. Women need to do it. Women, express yourself. Men, once you express yourself, get to work. So, it's like, oh, you sexist. Fuck you. Pardon my thoughts. I said thoughts. I didn't say words. I meant to say that, apparently. Again. So it's like in, out. That's how quickly I'm thinking. You know, how deep of a thinker. It's like, oh yeah, how about this? No. Just immediately come out and say it. So, express my thoughts and feelings aloud. Programming has allowed me to do that, but it's like, what is the particular goal with programming? So one question that I'd like to ask is, what particular goal? Oh, daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Yearly goals. I think that would be very important to do. At least having those things. Those things are incredibly important because it may feel like an incredible rush just to focus on... Yeah, it might be it is a rush, an adrenaline to just get started. If you don't have a goal, if you don't know where you're going, just get started. you need to get started, but you also need to direct those actions elsewhere. So if you don't know where your goal is, if you've tried and thought and it just isn't working, get out there and do something. Get out there and do something. So for me, what particular goal? Daily goal creation. So daily goal creation. Where am I? Where do I want to go? And it might be important to also have daily goal creation, weekly daily, weekly. Yeah. Oh, you train. You train. Okay. Weekly, monthly, annual goal creation. I think that's incredibly important. And then I get something to do with it. And it doesn't have to be programming, but I found programming to be the most fun, I think. Entertaining. Entertaining would be a good word. So this is what I currently have, and the goal that I was trying to work with is I wanted to create a spiral clock. And I was going to create 9 others. And I didn't think about this until now, but I'm not going to do the 9 others. I just want to get a clock that's a functioning clock on the outside. I want to do all these magnificent things that seemed very simple when I first started this entire project. But what I'm going to be doing right now is just to focus on the outside circle. This right triangle, ignore those lots of circles, but this right triangle is to show the 60-degree angle from the inside point at 60 degrees, and this one circle that it is overlapping is the 60-degree place on the circle. There were a lot of things that I had to do, a lot of formulas that I had to depict, to articulate and then express, because all of these are the x and y's of all these the outside x and y's are all these circles on the outline. All 16 of these were calculated from figuring out what the hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite, sides, and angles are for the right triangle within a circle. And all I need to do is just figure that out for the inside, for all the other quadrants. But I don't want to create other variables. My objective that I have been working towards, and it's good to remember that, I'm glad that I'm working this process out verbally, or at least expressing the thought process, is that my goal has been to get the sign, is to figure out the formula that I have within Calc or Excel. It's just the off-brand LibreOffice Calc, the Excel. I don't want to call it Excel because I'm not using Excel. That's the reason. If I was using Excel, I would call it Excel. So Calc, C-A-L-C. The formula that I've been using in Calc, I want to figure out how to do that within processing. Processing has a different formula, a different output when it comes to SIN, sine, when I was figuring out the angles. It does not give me a particular angle, but it does give me a particular point. It does give me a particular value between 1 and -1. Whereas in Calc, or any other scientific calculator, would give you a 0 to a 1. So I'm curious, and it's not yeah. Wait a second. Is one of the cool things that I'm seeing right now that I didn't catch earlier, and I'm again coming back to it, familiarizing myself with it, expressing myself. My gosh, this is so amazing. It's like, how many times can you say that? So many times can one say it. One man, one mission on a path to vengeance. Accomplish it. I don't know. I was gonna make a movie title. Let's make a movie title together. You know, this is one thing that I need to get like once I have a lot bigger audience or something, like 10 people, 10 people, but doing a live chat and then just trying to like create this movie quote and then making a meme or something and posting that on some social media site that I'm no longer a part of. I don't like social media. I'm not on it anymore. But technically YouTube is a social media, but I'm no longer part of the just like Twitter or Facebook. I just don't care. Yeah. I do get news feed, but again, just from YouTube. And if it's not from YouTube, I just don't care. I just don't care. It's like, oh my gosh. I know, I'm amazing. So what I'm going to do right here is, what I'm noticing right here is that the line from the bottom left-hand corner to the top right-hand corner is where I think the x should be, the x-axis should be, maybe even the y-axis, of when it gets closer to the top of the circle up here, or even to the right, or to the left, or to the bottom. Is that once it gets closer to that side, it's going to be there are going to be more lines closer to each other once it approaches a certain point. Excuse me, if we were just taking this one position right out here on the right-hand side, then the further we go left, it's going to start expanding more rapidly. And then once we get to the top, it's going to slow down. It's going to first be sped up and then slow down. So, and then slow down dramatically. So it's like, and then it goes back down and oscillates, and it goes like, so it's like, I don't know if it's like, so it's slow when it gets to one side, but then it tilts quickly to the other side and slows down, and then, so that, Sometimes I'd like to think myself as an intellectual, then I go, lightsaber feelings, lightsaber noises. So what's going on right here? How do I put this into a... Really, how do I? Because because I think it is the exact same x and y. So let me create a line on the 125, the 125 mark. We have the hypotenuse and all that. So I'm going to go circle, come down to the ellipse. The top circle, right below it, I'm going to create a line. Or right on it, I want to create a line. So I'm going to create line. The x-axis is going to be the furthermost left side and the furthermost right. So 0 for the x, and then going down 125. And then it's going to go all the way to the right to 1,000. And then keep the same y-axis. Save, play. So it is going through it. Yeah, it's going through that one mark. That's interesting. Now, I would assume it's going through that exact same right-hand side y. It's not going any further than that. So, I'm going to also put a line of... the left hand, it's going to be 0 at the top, but the x-axis is going to be 825. Yes. I'm going to go with 8. It's either 825 or 375 from the center. So 500 minus 375 would be 125. That's why I used 125. 500 plus 375 would be 875. So 875 with a y-axis of 0. And then we're going to do the same 875. It's going to be on that same column with a 1,000 all the way to the bottom. Save and play. There we go. So it intersects at that exact same point. When we come back into here, when we use... Where'd you go? Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Okay, so apparently spiral clock. Down here, there's the for loop. Gotcha. Is that when the 875 and 125. So those formulas are in use for integer equals 125. So the integer of 125 on the left-hand side. Oh, that'd be so cool. Of 125. Yeah. Now, I did something yesterday that made it... What if I just put I right here? I. Play. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Actually, what's going on right here is not exactly what I'm looking for. Because the x-axis is going to be the same. It is the exact same all the way from the left and the right. It's a fixed number. I is, in the for loop, integer I equals 125. All we're doing is, after this one loop, I want you to increase the value of the variable by 5. That's it. It's a fixed number all the way through. I don't want a fixed number. I want it to gradually increase. Um, hmm. So I think what would be fundamentally wrong with this for loop is just where it is printing. If I was to do 500, the center, plus sign a being 0.0, and then at the very end, a is going to be a plus inc. Inc is 2 pi divided by 200. I don't know why that works. It's just it works. If I do this multiplied by 375, as in the y is at negative 375 going down or something like that, what it was, I press play. This is good news. I don't really want to stray far from this. All I want to do is increase what I is. So in the xy column, 375, it has the exact formula that I want. I just want it to arc on the circle. So if I was just to focus on the... let me start with 500. I will start right in the center. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. What if, again, what if I switch these two? Negative 375, and I made this a positive 375. So I push play. So it's at the bottom. Okay. So if I made both of them negative, I think I know what's going on. Now now I know where the quadrants are. The first quadrant, so to understand this, the right-hand side is 0, the top is 270, the left is 180, the bottom is 90. I think that's dumb, in my opinion. I think I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, like an actual clock. I know, weird that I want to use intuition and just a natural way of looking at the world, but that's just the way that it is. So I want to put quadrants. I want to put text, because I need to know what quadrants are what. So let's create quadrants. It seems like a little bit more work than is needed, but we'll go with that. Text. How do you use text? Processing. Text. Text scam. No, that's not what I was looking for. No. I want this one. Copy. Paste. I will be the bottom right-hand corner. So the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to have the xy quadrant, the xy coordinates, not the xy quadrant, the xy coordinates will be 800. Wait, text size. Yeah, there we go. Text size 32. I want to make it 100. Why not? Gonna make this on the the x-axis. Yeah. So I'm gonna make this 755. Going down 1. This is going to be quadrant 4. Okay. I could go with 800. Yeah. And then 100. No, 200. If it's 75, so 875 minus, let's just say 50, 825. Let's go with 825. And then 125 plus 50, 175. Save, play. Bam! That's kind of what I want. Let's make this back down to 25. Play. Okay, better. Let's make it 33. I might even go to 50. That's perfect. Quadrant 1, quadrants. So I'm going to copy, paste, paste, paste. Uh-oh. Enter, enter. This will be 1, 2, 3. This is going to be at the bottom right-hand corner, so it's going to be the x-axis is going to be the same, but the y is going to be 875 minus, so it's going to be 825. This one's going to be on the left-hand side. This is going to be 175, and this is going to be 825. This is going to be 175, 175. No. What am I doing? I was wrong. Ha ha ha. 175, and then this is 825. There we go. Should be the same. Should be correct. Oh, maybe this is covering it. No, it shouldn't be covering it. What's going on with it? Where is it? I don't see it. 175. What? No, quadrant 2. Wait, quadrant 1 should be at the bottom. Oh. Okay, I know what's going on. The 8 should be 825. I just got some of the coordinates mixed up. Yeah. That should be correct. Yeah. So the 2 is actually beyond it. So what I want to do is go back to the circle here. So save, play. I'm going to flip these back over, and I'm going to do fill at the very top here. Yeah, fill 0. No, black. I want white. Okay, so that is good news, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it at... See, I'm feeling it, man, right here. It's probably just, I'm coming down off of my high, which I want to go as far as I possibly can. I'd love to do as long as possible, but I want to go for an hour if I can. If not, I'll go for as long as I possibly can. That's progress. That is something to learn. And at the end of the day, learn. What did I learn today? That should be something that I implement every single time that I come here. What do I want to achieve? At the very end of how do I get there throughout the entire thing? And then at the very end of the day, what have I learned? What do I want to do next time? So I can preface, frame, and plant the seeds for the next time that I come back. That is a great process. I'd like to think so. What I want to do is I want to extend that 375 down to where that coordinate is, or just bring it forward, because 375 is the radius or the hypotenuse. What I want to do, oh, it's hypotenuse. Yeah, hypotenuse, and this will be negative hypotenuse. Oh, hypotenuse, hypotenuse. Which one is it? Which one is it? Copy. Paste. Negative hypotenuse. Paste. Save. Play. Okay, so the hypotenuse shouldn't be it's 375. Okay, I think I know why it's still at that point. Its setup is 375. When does it change to that? See, yeah, I need to change hypotenuse's value and variable somewhere up here. So in circle, do I create the circle? Yeah, circle 1 before I create all these other, the decaying circle creation, circle line, is I want to set hypotenuse to something. So I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to say hypotenuse equals 186. I don't know. I'm just picking a number. Something that's less than 375, something that's going to be within the circle. Let's play. Whoa, that's new. Okay. What's happening here that I'm finding interesting, and 186 looks like it's right on that. That's pretty cool. What is that one? Let's go with 200. I'm guessing and check 250. I'm just guessing and checking here. Let's say 275. Probably gonna go push past it. Let's go with 260. So what is close to 260 here? Okay, these 2 points. The y here is these 2 points. So what I want to do is divide these two numbers by 2. 279.58. Just some number that's as close as possible without doing any serious math, I guess. Plus 249.08 divided by 2. Divided by 20. Divided by 2 is times 10. Is going to be 264.33. 4.33. Save play. Okay, that's probably as close as I'm gonna get. But one thing that really stands out for me, I don't know how to achieve it, but it is something that it's very interesting to look at. This circle is printing. Each circle from the center goes print, overlapping the one that's before it. But then this circle prints on top, where I thought this one should, the one in the middle or something should be printed on top. That's weird. Let me change it from hypotenuse. Let me extend it to 375 again. So I'm going to go with 375.0, because whatever. And then negative 375.0. Save, play. Does it do that overlap? Because it does do that overlap. I didn't notice. I did not notice. I think that would be a folly on me for not noticing that. Something that I should have paid attention to. No. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess the question that I have now is, maybe I'm looking at this all wrong. Again, as I look at it from literally a different angle. Maybe I need to start thinking about 0 maybe I need to start thinking about the exponential decay. Maybe I need to think that the 0 and the 1 need to be adjusted for the center for somehow and some reason. So I'm going to not remove it, but comment this out. I can come back to it later. Save, play. Okay, again, this is really good. When I come back up here with the circle, I'm going to create the lines. I want to create the lines after the circle was printed. Then create these 2 lines. The circle, partial grids, copy, paste, save, and these 2 lines will have this one will come down to the 875 mark, and the left hand side will have okay. No. This should be 125. Zero. Yeah, that's correct. And then 125 all the way down to 1,000. So I'm switching pretty much the where the 1,000 is. This should be 0. No. What am I doing? Oh, I have no idea what's going on with my life right now. Save and play. Where am I? What's going on? Okay, so those 2 points need to move over from the 875. Gotcha. These need to move to 125. No, that's still 875. This is needing to be 125y? No. This needs to go to the Gotcha. Okay. I think I fixed 1. I did. Good. That one needs to go from 0, y 875. 875. This needs to be 1,000. In all honesty, kind of curious what's going on anymore. Oh, okay. Hey, look at that. I stopped it at 125, where it should be on the left-hand side 0. Which one's which? Top. I want to go top, bottom, left, right. So 0, 175 is going to be 0, 175, top line. Top. This is 875. X is 875 all the way to the bottom. 0. No, 875 all the way to the right. And then 0 downward, so this is going to be right. So 125 is, and then 0, this is going to be the left, should be the left. And then this should be the bottom, and the bottom's the one that needs to go all the way to the left. So 0. Play and save, and then play. I want to go through that process. Okay, partial, top, right, left, top, bottom, left, right. That's what I want to do. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Dang it. Excuse me. Top, bottom, left, right. Save, play. Okay. Now, we have something, I guess, more for reference. This has become a very interesting project. Yeah. So what I can do right now is, how do I create an exponential increase and decrease with x and y, the zeros, being in the center at 500? So maybe if I put sine plus 500. Times 500? No, times 500 would, no. No. So let us do hypotenuse. Oh, this right triangle isn't creating the hypotenuse. Let's go to circle, this triangle that's right here. It's in points. So that is kind of interesting. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Maybe I can even put it where I don't know how would I calculate the distance? Yeah. How would I calculate the distance in processing compared to using a scientific calculator? I'm trying to make that conversion. I think this will be the last thing until I'm done. I've sort of hit a wall right now, so if I stop right now, I think I'll do good. Maybe just a little bit further. No, I'll present that question. I'll leave that question for the tomorrow me. So I'm going to come down here to this, and I'm going to question. How do I find the distance between 2 points How do I find the distance between 2 points? I actually, in processing. If I can find that, then the XY issue will become more manageable, I guess. Manageable. So let's find that. Distance. No. That. Distance. Spelled it wrong. I put the A and the N in the wrong spot. So DIST. This is interesting. DIST sets the background gray value based on the distance the mouse. You want to show me? Okay, if not, I'll just copy and paste and put this in here. Let's see what this makes. Copy and paste DIST parentheses. I go into the draw function. Okay. Save, play. Oh, that's pretty cool. Gotta admit, that looks pretty badass. Yeah. So the distance from the center is how bright it gets. If we're on the corners, we get bright if it's from top to bottom, and then once we go top to mid, then to bottom, side to mid to side. So left to center to right. How do I do this distance? Instead of width, what if I just use the radius? D. So what's going on right here is D. What is D? It doesn't really describe it, or maybe I just didn't understand it. Sets the background gray value based on the distance of the mouse from the center of the screen. Okay, it did describe it, but what is DIST? Distance. What is that creating? Oh, how about this? We print. D. Print D. I want to see what D is creating. Stop. 707.106. Wow. That's a... Oh. Okay. Save, play. Now if I move my mouse in a different location, it's going to change the value of the mouse. Yeah, at the bottom left-hand corner. That is actually pretty cool. Width divided by 2? Okay, so stop. Let's put, because I'm done. Like I'm feeling like that. So just, I've come to the end. That, I'm done. Okay, so thank you very much for being a part of this. Please post your questions, comments, your comeuppets. Please post your comments, questions, concerns right down below. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button because that does help this channel out. Thank you very much for being part of this, and while you enjoy the rest of your day, let me get that stop button to make this more seemingly casual. While you enjoy the rest of your day, I'll see you next time.